interesting conversation we're having in the background. You mean a honorable Atabo at here? I start here. I win go bits.
And I no Bobby Dims.
My feel brutal.
What feel my brutal? You're bad of him. We're for Bonini. And the one gather on him so I'm bad away for Bonnie. Take a wassa.
Miniano, me having
oh,
no, Mashada ton Safro Bramin Como, so say, then they went to me.
Oh, I think, sir, you remember this month, I think within this month, last month, right? Maybe
this month, yeah.
But today is 1st June.
When I first look into last month.
Last month, yes. You know, there was so many downpour. And sometimes you want to go out from your house, you can't go out. And so it wasn't a deliberate intention. You know me, that I don't decline media invitations. Unless tia po anase mitukwan anase bibi strong kwa say na me kai kai.
Bibi strong so the minimum strong kwa
but for if you ask every media, well, no matter how small or big, you have your listeners, and so I respect every media houses.
Obani Samson Asaki Awingo Bitono na executive secretary ma Importers and Exporters Association of Ghana has seen. Ana me ankasa minua Manase ata Bwani. Amaka Tabwati. Minua ba ko bi a friend Tabwati. So nim Dr. Tabwati.
Yes.
No need later penny no so school placement no penny. Okay. More time and this more time. Atabwati his nanko kokope brekum
parliamentary seat. I mean know him. Some my move brekum
because ada one kope placement. One kope placement am our constituent.
There be
ntina on kai no.
Man ko no kra.
Honorable Timothy Atabwade Awintrim, and so Hakane Bulsa North Member of Parliament. Yeah, but Sansan ever said no tsunami they are face so afa a tweet no. And I'm not having feeding come no born a dream my IGP nanya some keto. I feel so. Now, or say official statement, Ebeba, yeah, General Secretary Nansa Ebeshasi. Anyway, quickly, me per se, you share Sadia no intent Samson, you share no minim se wa follow kakra. What the British High Commissioner said and the response of the IGP. I'm for say one sentence, but now what Chirokrata as I be 15 questions. At the day.
Me chair with you for, and me chair me near paying. I don't know if the same region. I mean, so say dino crab, dino board, no dino. Who say sepa?
I won't say I win the more pepper.
I do bolga or no.
I win at the Namtiana. I win. I'm for say I win more. I win.
You do bolga or no befa. Na brungo coin. I mean, me fa boku coin. Unfortunately, me wafa the late the Binaba chief or free omokro. The referee omokro. Until Muzabari, you know, he used to work at the Presby.
My very good friend.
Yes,
very good friend.
They are our in-laws. And then menu kuma me ba chana Manase. Me chao me na.
In fact, Manase is also a government spokesperson on the economy.
Yes. And my happy birthday. Akoma Elvis Washington. He used to report for City FM in Tema.
Okay.
So Elvis Washington. And then the birthday.
Oh, okay.
And then me Krum Zebula constituency, former secretary to the former MP. I'm not for saying Slim, and also the birthday and Slim Majo, and Kukuri, mano, happy birthday. I saw, it was the night that I saw 3 p.m. yesterday, na UTV, Emma Omo News. Now, to say, IGP responded to the diplomat. Somehow, some way, I said, well, I think if you look at in terms of the hierarchy, he's representing the president of UK in Ghana. And see, even though you remember the former ambassador, the Don, he used to be teasing even Ghana for any time our issues pop up. Even after he left Ghana, I'm still here. Even in UK, he still have his interest in Ghana. And so, question is, if we were to be Macron, right? What's the name? The Prime Minister for UK?
No,
it's not Macron. It's
John Benjamin.
Not John Benjamin. The Prime Minister, like their president.
Oh,
his name is there. If he were to be the one,
dance.
What's the Prime Minister for UK? What's the name?
Oh,
yeah, okay.
Boris Johnson.
Boris Johnson.
Oh, Boris.
Yeah, he used to
Boris
be the
Johnson.
parliament. And to say Boris Johnson. Exactly. The ambassador is representing the president. So whatever she said, I think should have channeled through. Even if the IGP wanted to respond, should have channeled through the right courtesies, so that at least, as the former MP was trying to say, the foreign affairs minister could have summoned the ambassador to find out what is the problem, and I say at the presidency level, because he's representing the president. But you know, it has happened before. As I said, there's precedence. The previous ambassador used to comment issues about Ghana, and she too, she's doing same. I think even though we were colonized by the Britons, and so somehow, some way, we have something in common that we do share. And so I was thinking that IGP response could have gone to maybe talk to the ambassador, the foreign affairs minister, that this is the issue, and maybe they should.
You don't only problem the content of the response now.
Well, even though if I have, I want to say she's speaking her mind. Whatever she says doesn't stop the police from prosecuting Liver Vamo.
But now warranty answer now.
Good.
A warranty.
That's what I'm saying.
From the police
there has been precedents. The previous ambassador who used to comment about issues, were we getting response from the then, and it was so many issues that he was responding to,
a lot,
criminalities.
Everything.
Is that it? So this is not the first time, as I said, and I'm saying that even though the IGP has right to respond to her, but she is representing the president of, or the prime minister of UK, and so who have the page to respond to? If not the president of the Republic of Ghana, then it should be through the Minister of Foreign Affairs, which I said, if the IGP wasn't happy with her some of Okayana, he could have relayed his grievances through the Foreign Affairs Minister, and the Foreign Affairs Minister had the power to do what? To summon any foreign ambassador before. If you think that the person is running down the image of Ghana, Ghana is a sovereignty country.
But
so
do you think that they are Okayana? Some people think she was sounding sarcastic. The Okayana convey some kind of disrespect. You understand?
To the office of the IGP?
To Ghana.
Yes.
Convey some contempt. So I say mocking Ghana police.
But
that's why some people decode it. I don't know how many say even do so.
The former ambassador Don Benjamin used to mock at us. Is it not? It's mockery, isn't it? That's why I'm saying that yes, IGP has the right if he's trying to tarnish the image of the police administration. But I think where he sits and where the lady sits, the lady is representing the president, the UK Prime Minister representative in Ghana here. And so that this has something to do with.
But the man Nipaya responded to the tweet, is in charge of the administration now, and I said the institution now. Mami ebinum force na omoke and also disrespect, you know.
Absolutely, but that's why I said that is IGP not representing the people of Ghana and the government? Is the IGP not the president, the Republic of Ghana appointee? Is he not reporting to the Council of Police Council? Okay, so he could have, okay, why didn't he summon a council meeting or talk to his the chairman, who is the vice president of the Republic of Ghana, for them to go and discuss the issue and see how were they going to respond the issue. I am not sure if he has tabled the issue before the police council, they would have asked him to go and issue the statement that he did.
Okay.
Maybe they would have, some people would have said, okay, well, this has to do with diplomacy, and we have ties with UK, so let's relay it through the Foreign Affairs Minister, and to say that the IGP office or the police administration are not happy with the way she's working, and she shouldn't run down the police administration. Hence, the Foreign Affairs Minister will find ways and means to deal with the issue. Or perhaps if the Foreign Affairs Minister summons...
So, issue the process, no, but the content, no, you don't really have any problem with it.
Whatever be the content, the IGP was responding based on the content that she treated. Is that not it? And I'm saying that because of the diplomacy relationship that we have, ties that we have with each other, and because of she's representing the president of the Prime Minister of UK and the people of UK in Ghana here, hence the weight to respond. I'm not saying the IGP cannot respond to the issue, but there are certain issues that has to do with, I'm sure, are you telling me that the issues of the way the IGP responded, it doesn't need warrant the police council to sit and look at the issue and see what would be the appropriate medium to respond to? Would they use as a government, as people of Ghana to respond?
Interesting question. I'm only struggling to understand why the Director General of this company, Ignite Media, Obia Kambibi, IFE, after Ignite Media, who just a board at Nase and sign our team responding. Okay. That's what I'm struggling to understand. I am
sure there are issues within your company here that sometime before management can take decision, it has to go to the board.
All right. Honorable Tabwadi.
I don't know.
No, I ain't ready.
I don't know.
Why ready?
So many are coming out to her. I don't know how far more man.
If you don't know her, now. If you don't know, me na me a Jumano, me na me ye chama. Say no, but let me there. Say I was say
the difference between me, Shirel. And I'm suggesting that you could have started.
That was suggestion here, strong. It
No,
almost
strong.
It almost looks like a command.
You see, let me greet my brother. I think this is the first time you share our program, so interviews were brilliant. His appearance on some programs too, and my younger brother. I think today is our first time, so I am privileged to be with the two of you. And I mean, and we exchange ideas, and we thank the public too for watching. The IGP now are responding to the tweet. A simple tweet has generated teasers. And control letter, and then Kabecha books and respond. If you have nothing saying, that's where you write teasers. If you have something saying, you simply respond. You don't write teasers. We read here, more need time in Mpensenmpensenmu. Look at the language the IGP used on the diplomat. Can you use this language on even your chief inspectors who collect bribe on the road? Can you use this language on them? And the chief inspector, like my brother was saying, is working for the people of this country. He's working for the people of this country, and his appointment comes under a Minister of Interior. A simple discussion of the issue with the Minister for Foreign Affairs or through your minister, because they are cabinet ministers, which is more embarrassing. He said that the tweet by your friend is saying British High Commissioner is to embarrass the country, which is more embarrassing. Say IGP, police people, led private people to go and pull down an embassy, which is more embarrassing. Not one embassy, two embassies. and they were being guided by the Ghana police people. Which is more embarrassing, to invade the territory and provoke war? Which is more embarrassing? The IGP's men went and guided private people to pull down a whole embassy.
They're in our country.
Oh. They're in America.
Oh, no, maybe say
embassy there in America.
No?
The embassy there in America. Two names say embassy. You are pulling down embassy of Roma.
Oh, but
are you not aware that your people have captured? If you interview people on TV. So which of them are you? The same thing you know is what I'm referring to.
Oh, no,
they know. They pulled down, they went and broke even the Nigerian embassy in addition, as if that was not enough.
But
the police service, if you are the president of Ghana, you are president for all people. And you come in for liabilities and what? And assets. And if you came and inherited good assets, you inherit as a service officer, and it's good in your name. You don't separate it. That is why police almost continue investigation. That's a you from there will be continuous investigation because because we're free on and our retire. So the issue of because I was on the committee for defense and interior. I know him very well. I know him. In that case, at the beginning, one Dampare buy and a man force a Dampare. I said, look, this man is not going to go anywhere. One, Dampare should arrest the untouchable in this country, politically untouchable in this country, and see whether he would work again. You get it?
He has arrested a couple of people. They are not either they're difficult.
We were in this country when either the Denmark ambassador said that Ghana should not be talking about Ghana beyond aid, but Ghana beyond corruption, which is more damaging than that. He said we should not be talking about Ghana beyond aid, but Ghana beyond corruption. He has declared Ghana as a republic of corruption, which is more embarrassing than what he has done. We are in this country. When you economy form, you attributed it to the Russian-Ukraine war. The Russian ambassador for the first had to come out to respond and say you were a liar. And indeed, he was exonerated because we shared the Ghana Statistical Service or presented statistics. He said that the inflation that was caused, he would segregate the items and see whether the inflation was caused by the Russian-Ukraine war. And after the segregation of the items, I said, no, these are locally produced items and they couldn't have influenced the inflation. Which is more embarrassing than pulling down an embassy and sacking embassy workers and they were carrying their items roaming as if they were carrying people in town. Which is more embarrassing to this country. When the former president lodged a complaint with the Ghana Police Service against incessant, Tem Biase Abronye, a regional chairman of this party, continued to insult the president and make allegations, including allegations is bordered on treason, including Pastor and Prophet Owusi Bempa. And this thing was sent by a senior lawyer of the state, Tony Lita. Up to today, nothing has happened, which is more embarrassing to the country than say police are trigger happy. Which is more embarrassing when police are part of armed robbers. Which is more embarrassing. Which is more embarrassing when the police or the security was purporting to be talking about security because he doesn't speak for the army. The IGP doesn't speak for the army. When he said that Oliver Baker, or no Oliver Baker, no, or he a security threat, he doesn't speak for the army. Oliver Baker's statement was on the army. The army has responded, and that is why the boy is in court. So if someone tells me what he has done, he has embarrassed Ghana, embarrassed himself, embarrassed you the one who is supporting him, I
am asking questions. I don't have an opinion. I just
Ghana is a subset of the UN. Ghana is a subset of the nations of the world for which we are signatories to the Vienna Convention. We are also signatories to to most of the international conventions and acts and so on. In order to promote human rights, we are in this country. When Ghana, you call Bretton Woods institutions, koji sika. You call IMF koji sika. Mo COVID ni nyina ba nya omo no COVID drugs na e de ba nyina mutia 1 cedi.
Yeah, COVID.
Mutia 1 cedi. Drugs are the by vaccination. Mutia 1 cedi. They contributed.
Ghana ni bill.
Oh, mommy, we are now
surprised. COVID, no. Ghana for yeah.
Mukoboro, the World Bank gave you 1 billion. Why did you say that it was an embarrassment? Because we were capable of taking care of it. I don't cap in hand. My Japan deal numpa mo yeno. It's tied to the British, you know. These are all embarrassing situations. Then, when some international support, international laws, they tie to your human rights records. Arbitrarily arrest, arrest with detention without trial, arrest without bail, brutality of the police, and so on. These are records that will make you look. Ghana, we are a gateway to democracy. And the principles of democracy, in fact, are some of these things. Arrest, arbitrary arrest, because we have seen people who have jammed traffic, including police people, including government officials, political class. No? And so, people are using sirens. They are not entitled to sirens. You have never arrested them. We have staffers who are using sirens. And the law and the policy on the use of siren or motorcade is very clear. Even ministers, cabinet ministers are not supposed to use it. It's only the Minister for Interior. But when we were there, I've seen most of our Minister for Interior at the time. They never used. Martin Amidi used to drive his own car. These are more embarrassing. There are a lot of issues. People have been brutalized by the police. Media has been brutalized more. And it was reported on Al Jazeera and BBC, which is more embarrassing than a simple tweet. You were so jittery that woman tweet no corner look at the language he used.
All right,
look at the language. If you have time, I'll read the language for you. And you see, and I was telling the students, I was telling them, those doing their masters, and I said, look, the IGP vacillated or corona where he should have started from. In simple diplomatic language, you know. So quote here, you know, you could have said that you differ from her opinion and you would want to state the circumstance and go straight. But this language of uninformed, misguided, unwarranted, biased, painful experience, uninformed, what language are you writing to? Are you writing to a class 1 child? For God's sake. For God's sake.
The public relation manager, what's the name?
Ofori something.
Your friend is saying. The Director of Public Affairs. Frimpong.
There is something of Fori.
Something of Fori.
Kwesi This UP Kwesi Fori.
You don't write that as the head of department. You don't write that. It's undiplomatic. Also, why also a PhD? If you're a PhD and your student write this to you to mark the thesis, that's why you are going to mark.
All right.
They come and catch him and say, Dr. Vladimir, is it Professor Vladimir? So I at the end. We don't know the professor. And your professor, I do fiasem.
What's your name?
And your professor, I can't form him. I didn't know the professors.
All right.
Who today have turned to be spokesperson for political parties.
No, but on this, my son can also send the text messages. All right.
For me, it's an embarrassment and should withdraw an approval. And I was happy because time you see a lot of Professor Kwekwaza. He also wrote about his opinion. A lot of people wrote. And I think it's an undiplomatic language. It's not proper.
All right.
You will chrome George Floyd. George Floyd, a year by year. I'm not for claim, say, or your own nan cancer or chrome, frown to ma. You were interfering by that process. And what happened in the US, we have commented on Ukraine. And you see, the globe has become a village. We want to say globalization, it's a village now. So, baby is out there for people to make their opinion on it. Things go faster than where they were 20, 30 years ago that were using paper. It goes around the world. Yeah, because it's here, no. People might not be watching, but the global, when you click any bottom around the world, no one is a 31.
Manase.
Ato. Mechia na machia Mpensenmpensenmu a meni omo share, meni omo share dan. Ya je se meni omo share. Na machia omo hwe ye. TV so ni Facebook live. Mi ko fa wa chi mo dan omo hwe. Kuma sin so ebi mo hwe Facebook live nti obi a wo hwe bia e chia omo. Na eye enseme enu a na ekoso no. UK High Commissioner ni tweet no ene IGP Mpensenmpensenmu ma kan bi ne medi a chire kakra. Na amafo de hu komo bebre na wo hwe maame ne tweet na ensema o kind of course o yusu word be to say again asa ya chi ni ndi literally no kan a o adwen be o say asa police for na tata Oliver na Ghana hamra ya adwuma nti se onya de bone a police entimi ni wachi sa entata but statement ne presuppose say ase why target any tata yinim say or asem or court na or call name say traffic offense anyway na police echi no because na cameras be bre ho nti ebo ha ubumra so how the office we twam so camera betimi a capture nti nsem na obai no ne nsem na kind was directed to the Ghana Police Service strictly na me read the IGP response na amount for aka political teams be bre but me who be a insulting any we are our auntie a lot of talks around this thing. Now IGP he sought to explain because some many can say again into or try so be explain it. Say issues are etwem ne wa kan sem bebre. I mean in some of kind was a military ni useless or no be cool any san your man into asem or court. And I think so no or say all court no in why committee offense in a police actually. So these are standard police practices. Inti se maame no can sembi sa to I mean suggest say as a police tata na me hu ni say ehu hia say IGP so ebe chirichirim say de ebe ya maame no ebe hu say na tie na enye say ote ha na onye hwea na police tata say ye watch nti me hu ne yi boni bi ewom I mean man fa asom gedegede ni Libya say ya na ekoso Libya drew time bi a foreigners US for now we poking to government business kakra yenim Libya we ye ene at a point not more force government so ye provide we ye say na foreign hands shase ene Libya mo de ka enya asem keto akwhwe de mo man ni mo aye nti ye we international laws of course Vienna Convention ne wo ho obi a menye sure say Ghana ambassador wo UK I mean or even US bibi cost new way a obetimi I make some I mean comments be of the sort so the response to me is timing
a lack of confidence you're confident enough do how no US and UK na want ya court na ni age nti no bibi o ha onko kan ya co transfer no
more confidence
lack of confidence
more confidence
we would say very confident people they can just
Africans yes you have confidence but as per international laws no and you may be I take political tones ni way you would rather not intina in same bisa no almost said because him say Oliver ni sama
o problem one no for say the wedding was too strong but I say ultimu say na IGP so fan say maame no has come at them and you know no so children say Ghana yen so nim there I said wedding was too strong
and yes na IGP ni person ye maame na making a tweet and a tweet no clearly obi abetimi a kira say de osipe nti na ehu hia say IGP so be put out in a statement say de be ya maame no any Ghana for nyina ye be hu even no more follow international community ni be hu say the statement say ayasache abrante ni biom no enye say bi a ye tata no ha na emom or issue with courts
and I believe say IGP could have sought audience with the ambassador. I'm sure if he has invited the ambassador or tried to pay a courtesy call, he could have used that opportunity to explain.
Say one kasana be. But unfortunately that's not
what
he's
not because they said that he's not well informed. Is that not it? So if he sought an audience with her, he could have educated.
Police visibility, but I can't the council. So all of them have their different styles.
Okay,
of
so that's true. You think the wording was okay. It conveyed the message. Yeah, any coin say a breach any diplomatic way say
Of course, me who anything insulting and be beside.
But there's a process. If you want to deal with a diplomat, your process I wasn't offer so. Maybe the
IGP. You know the police cannot arrest the diplomats.
Yes.
And when the parcels are coming, they cannot search them. These are part of the protocol.
Well, I don't know if it is also part of the protocol. Say, if anybody passes a comment that is derogatory, if a institution you manage one, you before you respond,
it can lead to retaliatory actions.
So but you see, it is very dicey, or very delicate. Say, maybe I want here now I could see some diplomatic. But then let's
a private one
exactly
to the ambassador.
So the ambassador.
So how did it get to the public?
The ambassador no, and then IGP so no a reference or can say per the Vienna Convention.
Vienna, which article in the Vienna? You cannot make a generalized statement say that.
No, but
it's just like you say that.
Just
like you say that.
You have the statement.
Please, it's just like you say that. Per the Constitution.
No, but you have the statement.
No, he
mentioned
stated in
the particular
1961.
article.
No. Tell me, where did he mention the article? He only referred to 1961. I'm talking about the article in it. He's talking about the 1961 Vienna Convention, which has since been the same. What has been the modification? So it's just like say that per the Constitution of Ghana is so vague. Which of the Vienna Convention say that they shouldn't comment?
Okay, so my Article 3 of the Vienna Convention. Now,
if there's genocide here, you should keep quiet. Or represent the British people. And then we are killing people, you should keep quiet. Because the Vienna Convention says so.
Okay, so Mami, Honorable Atabwadi, since you are interested in this, Mami,
I'm interested in the IG business.
No,
Article 2 now quote. He didn't quote that Article 3.
No, but you say per the
Vienna Constitution.
Okay, so Article 3. The functions of a diplomat.
Don't go. We don't. Yeah, because our time now and
no functions of a diplomat, and as a diplomatic mission consists entirely in A, representing the sending states in the receiving state. B, protecting and receiving state, the receiving state, the interests of the sending state and of its nationals within the limits permitted by international law. And negotiating with the government, the receiving state, and ascertaining. They are not nipabinum to say
now, you see that.
You let me read this before you speak to it. Or say, ascertaining by all lawful means, conditions and developments in the receiving state and reporting thereon the government of the sending state.
Yeah.
To the government of the sending state.
Yeah. So what they do is that diplomatic missions, and yes, you will be, in our missions outside, we have what we call research officers. But the research officers are actually the BNI people. Into all the diplomatic missions, that security are tied to them. They have FBI, CIA, and so on, who will be reporting to that. Into now, things like the WikiLeaks, so that one day it is declassified. Then you see that when you look at the declassified documents of Nkrumah, the CIA involvement with local people, that was the ambassador here who was sending the cables to the UK. Now, we read the article now. Article now, you cannot comment on issues of human rights violation when you look at it. And human rights violation is an international issue, and it has its own unit under the UN.
Did she comment on issues of human rights violation?
He talked about rest again.
A human rights violation.
The rest again could be human rights violation, depending on the style.
So that is your understanding. Why are we cutting the IGP into pieces on this?
Oh no.
The IGP.
We are trying to put the statement in perspective.
Human rights violation.
Yes.
That is not.
That is how you understood what the
Me,
woman
I'm
is
not
saying.
saying the IGP shouldn't respond, but I'm saying that
The language itself is then kept.
The approved
And
process.
uncultured. One language in
Yes.
Kasano. Anka
But
minu
he didn't make it. He didn't finish his point.
me kaman. Minu kano.
Like, come on.
No, I'm saying that Uncle go straight to explain that this flowering language and language about unbiased, uninformed, unwarranted, and he's impugning and entering into is all unnecessary.
Okay.
But the diplomats are trained to know all these things.
But she was sounding, the commissioner,
sarcastic. Yes, sarcasm is part of speech.
Okay.
It's sarcasm. It's a literature. It's part of speech.
Okay.
And information travels very fast. And tweet there, and I say it here. So Twitter, our phone will be tweet to US just in a second.
So the chief Twitter Trump.
Information travels very fast. Na statements, no, of course. And then maybe I'm radio no or say the statement no put it out there no. I'm say I generated a lot of misinterpretation, but that wasn't the intention. Yes. So it's like but some information they travel very fast. Sometimes no, you can't say be na one more quick a year the facts anyway. Then it creates problems. You won't say every time I be responding on that.
Would that too much? They don't want to say I na but man also can assembly and not managing or say on Nimkan or Belfast or be dealing with this issue.
Yes.
She's willing. Which means that she's also willing to engage.
Exactly.
Because who say
yes.
Possible say be our goofy.
Exactly.
Or Belfast or Ben so she's ready to learn.
So
she has indicated that she
has used the diplomatic.
So I would say, what stopped the IGP from inviting her, having audience with her?
Yes.
Or
but so
even through the minister.
You see, that is one thing that is interesting.
Yes.
Krata or Troy, it was supposed to be restricted.
Exactly.
I mean, the only thing that I have a problem with,
I said that police.
That is what I'm going to say. I don't have more problem. Why do you write a letter? Yeah, I'm a person which say confidential, and then you post it on your
if you ask the spokesperson, he will tell that social media, all their statement
that
they
I
put
think
it on
the police
their website.
got wrong. Me imagine no. Are they almost full say restricted no? Then they end up on your social media handle. That is also another issue. But some of them say, "Oh no, I will born a Jama IGP or so arrogant, so yeah."
Oh no, but the IGP is good. He's protecting Ghana. I think so that it will send IGP statement will send signal to the rest of the ambassadors in this country who think they can just wake up and then comment on issues without not passing the procedure to make their statement or to make whatever their point.
Not John Jermaine, yes sir, the government, you know. Now. MPP for nobody so who send up the current president they can't be because it tarnished our reputation. It gave pressure to the government. I must admit that it really put pressure. And I wouldn't say Sembu Okrom political parties will write to the embassies to intervene.
Even individuals can write to it.
Even the political party will say they should intervene, trying to make the other government, the other political party that is in government look very bad in the international. We have had situations where people have even gone. International organization, I think 2012, Switzerland. Now we were embassy driver, not driving around. And I say there was a problem between the Switzerland government and Nigerian government. That was what was the issue? The issue was that one of the Nigerian diplomats packing a car, one packing a year. They are not supposed to do that. But the Nigerians felt that because blacks so they wanted diplomatic mission to resolve the matter. They couldn't resolve it. So only the Nigerians almost timing the Swiss embassy in Nigeria. They were having even international. They went and locked all the cars and lifted them away. It took a lot of diplomatic year and some resolve. So reprisal issues. With so many and I can look. One guy, traveling through the what do you call it? The Nigerian airport. I called several times. I know how the Nigerian airport is, and he works with the World Bank, which is diplomatically. or then the passport no man Nigerian immigration ni BMA almost say page 10 anymore and I can gene power say page 10 wo not immigration catch and say page 10 new me say page 10 new say page 10 and there you wait almost get passport no the guy couldn't get the passport the plane left he stayed back before it took the World Bank and international mission to intervene. When you had the passport, they had already mutilated the passport to cry. And it brought diplomatic war.
All right, so
we can go on, there can be reprisal responses.
I think everybody agrees issues being saying no can be fast about it.
Yeah.
And also
but it doesn't
PhD professor. It doesn't mean say
I bring an eye opener to us.
It doesn't mean say if o head the institution be na obi chire say mo the institution here nyama enya men
na ya nim the omodi institutions yan ko ho ma ya ka sam ne ma ne come job on mo you nim the omodi institutions
police again and unse
you knew the omodi police
because of the lawyer na omobon to was a wa kwan so
Wale area or
no it was almost getting to why it was on that road.
Yeah, but Ghana Bar Association for Trial Crata. In fact, me born to fan na akwa it is I say crime kosro. Police in Swababari, police at Sababu. Almost say no crescent there is an upsurge or crime. And
you know reported crime. I almost say there was a rising cases of crime. No? So and the report I think quarterly or something. To tell us about even road accidents and so on. In things about for my mom and tram, mom use and then come and respond to this.
Police here too defensive at Nancy and are they more yet too defensive and police na America?
I think so because we share a drug case now Mukun Saga no. Now we share the recent case of Kranza and all other cases involve trigger happy almost the two na yet to say the police no definitely they always want to protect their image and I can understand. You look at the fact that police officers who have been involved in armed robbery and other crimes of extortion. And anytime, because the police is one of the most corrupt institutions by researcher, they become very jittery and unnecessarily defensive because they want to protect their image and not for the people to look. So if that they are protecting their image and they are not putting it properly, we are. But Mali said that he who feels it knows it. We are feeling the heat and we know it. That it is not true until Sanyama we in Kano. So when you involved into contact with the police, it becomes a problem. You know, Kasano, my wife, the last born, was killed by a reckless car driver, or not two Land Cruiser, or they call Kumasi, they are called a Toyota Ghana Honma. I know, Obabedre Gisono, or free lane, also free hand Kumasa, the boy was walking on this. He came and knocked the small boy from that into the bush. And I cried, a children a man from who said painful death. They are crying here, they call a Jisu police station called reporting. Into yes, I win a coin. Look, my brother, after they've taken the markings, and then they went back, police now will take markings, now you go up. We say, you know, a fault of the boy who died. And the girl, a boy, the senior one was with. The guy, the lady and the husband said, we are not police people, but your own markings show that the boy was on his right path. Then that is why he had. When you do that, when your human being is involved, then the police treat you that, it's painful. You and I are back into contact with police.
So police in person Beth J criticism.
That is the issue. Shall we compare to world-class police now? Say they police handle crime. Well, I'm saying about men and the way they handle crime. Sure, even in the US, if you have traveled, we drive a car now. We are crime. The first thing the police will approach you, maybe say, "Do you need help? Can I help you?" And so on. He starts from one end to the other, and then finally they will charge you still. Who say no people? Some can say Nancy Pelosi, ne Now I know now then the car no Kobo. They arrested the man and charged him. I was wondering if we have a speaker here whose wife would have committed that crime that the police can swiftly arrest him, charge him, and put him to court. And
under,
so on.
Under Dampare, this is very
my brother.
doable.
We have referred cases to. He said he would do them. He hasn't done them. It's not doable.
For instance,
they are only arrested.
For instance, maybe so I'll say we have referred cases.
He came and met the John Mama case with him.
What
John Mama reported a case to the IGP, or let me take it, the police, for the wanton abuse and then allegations of a lot of corruption and issues against him by Abronye. Now I done John Mama to say John Mama and a colleague in this country, and the government looked on. Other cases were the case of Prophet Usibim Power, his information said John Mama Pesu the president himself. We reported all these cases and gave recorded documents and documentation to you up to today. You haven't done it.
Okay.
So you can go on and on and on and on. Journalists have been beaten. Some of them have been shot. Some of them have been killed. As far as even at police headquarters, I would say the Joy journalists, up to today, the cases are hanging. The cases have been sent by your media homes to them. So if we come and then he's not doing the other IGP, you have to act on them. In fact, in advanced country, cold cases are resurrected over 40 years, 30 years, 10 years. They've resurrected cold cases. Once they are criminal, they don't expire. Then people know you are. But when you come and then you are gallivanting all over town, dancing somewhere around Cape Coast and creating dancing problems in this country, what do you expect the people to do?
Okay. Well, there mean that time dancing problems. So, I mean, say dancing havoc up Dampare course. So I don't know about them anyway.
So there,
incidents ne si na yare hosem say akwamuka for akobo lawyer ni bituo Bole Bamboy Road. Very sad incidents na yema ebusuafo ne yakọ yare hosem a yempese bi bet yenim say sisi akwantu aye hu because there are still pockets of armed robbers utri anyi ya whether during the day or night na omutimi owa homachi omutimi etoche na cheso omudi atuo any ade how na police they are committed to so making sure say these crimes never from na they are calling say Ghana ba make you say there is an upsurge as a cost by nim data crowd mo speak it to Ghana police no more those data my data say okay I'm fine say first quarter of the year no you share the incidences of armed robbery maybe at the tutu last year no who be increase by this margin and I swat by this margin but nim data crowd Ghana Bar Association kind say I mean incidences na cost rodo na assemble ho a see and a bit to na we attempt say obe generalize o dey emfa say obi a wonim na say media person say car bo a media person and ye wo ba bi a obehu say one here a whole week
to say na no mo kwachi bobi say means say asa nhwehwe ni mu bebre wo
exactly to
say bobi na o matete no mo anya na no hwehwe mo say car say o kwachi bobi ntontom kra o ntimi nkuno now the car say bebre hu hwehwe ni mu
yes it say asem ni ben wa and I say obi owo fame asem to na abon say ye ka ho asem bebre ye hwe road accidents here this year nipa omo awu due to road accidents over 900 people and so you said that can ho asem p anyway but to a media person I must say be ka ho asem p and will be tempted say be generalize say oh any say obi awaji din ya boni tu akuni de na ba bia am robbers wo ho ba bia say yen ka sam robbers ni ho yenim say wo ho na Ghana police bo mo ho modern sisi ni ya increase omo personnel on the various roads checkpoints critical checkpoints ne ekwan bi ho abun say da forest mu any say animal ya increase say animal na afin so surveillance ya increase pan ti ubun say your critical places are ya install surveillance cameras wo ho nti I be surprised o say I mean ukọ top security for ni bi ho a they can just in their system they can even know what is happening in the streets the area mu he yan so e bia wotwa ma atoto ani an hu camera bia yes nti make sure abana invest a lot in security services ina ye nyina ye nim said ye IGP ora Dampare oba ye no modern ba obo na ye den a nipa boni for de e bi wo service nim ti once in a while you bet in your body be from but overall you who say omo performance ne ye dani den nyina ban so support you say dey be ya eba personnel ne atuo ne akade omo hia omo de be boy ho ban na omo de omo etimi any am robbers ne de ade asie no omo benya saa ne man ayi nti modern bone ekosro
era awingo bit
yo me das na me nua on Kabebi on his way to ne hometown. When we say Upper West there, Upper is give birth to Upper West region. But Upper West is here, it's more developed even than Upper East region.
Oba mo fan so mo nkwane mo.
It's because
omo so mo nkwane mo da bi omo
my first condolences to the bereaved family. Ne yere enimba enebushon for yina to wade to Upper East. Nti menuane no. What I have observed and said, the patrol team in the highways, no, they need to beef it up more and more. Ma who say IGP, are police be brave and cry and tell my motors.
In fact, na me call Central Region. Anajo. Omo na me omo kono mo for say how, but I felt very secure. Because
barriers.
Me call baby out, and they were armed policemen.
Exactly.
And so Utimus said BBC Kra calling them, and I was doing a particular me drew hobia me jibako number.
Good.
Me chemba kubia me jibako number.
So
because na me say na bobe 9 ho baby.
All right.
Oh, and then I say terrorism near that. So
they ask no the Ghana Bar Association, they've just issued such letter no to console the family and also alert the police opposition that they need to be up and doing. Of course, month of May, there was shootout and robberies that killed someone in Ashama, I think around Community 22. And then Yesati, we saw our the same month too. So say Ghana Bar Association Kabibisa, it means it's just a wake up call to the police opposition. And then Medika can say, we share Accra cameras were everywhere. Yet IGP station armed men, not just armed men, he also gave plenty motors to. I mean, if you jump traffic, you see that they'll case you there, then they will stop you. And see, in the rural area and along highways, it's good for them to beef up patrol teams, pickups, and then these motors, so that at least, because sometimes they might be using motors, come and commit the crime, and then use the motor to run away. So motor can case motor. That's why I've seen that you are given a jungle, and I'm very happy about it. The other aspect, say no, terrorism and other things. The other day I was talking to an immigration officer. It will surprise you, and I'm sure if the immigration controller is listening, it will surprise you that the men at the border level, equipment that is using the ground,
ammonia resourced.
At the place, 7 officers, 7 immigration officers, almost 2 million. 2 million. So the point is, 7 people using only two rifles, AK-47. How can they, if there's terrorists, how can they defend? Meanwhile, the immigration are the people who are in our borders, including I think 3 soldiers and 2 soldiers, very close to Togo. That area, Chiraponi area, very close to Togo. You have to, your men want to work. Please, especially the border level. We cannot put our men at the border level with empty hands. If you really think that we are fighting terrorism, we must arm them.
And you can say
all of them are supposed to be armed, whether they are home or they are. They're supposed to be armed because they can be called at any time to come and defend us. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Until say immigration officer or her controller or TMIA, and if the immigration as the institution with TMIA, your men at every border, no, please, you have to equip them with resources. And I think the government is investing into them. So why is it so? Besides that one, no, I think
as a police for your investment no more change your mama can.
Exactly, we share police administration and
because fire service
retooling, retraining, and that is not.
Fire service or more breaching.
Aha. We cannot do here
the whole month. And yeah, more 200.
Yes, but police are not at the border level.
Yeah.
So when you say police are not at the border level, they are not protected with these terrorism issues. Now it is either the immigration or the military, and so these people supposed to be well. After the military, they are well equipped. But what about the immigration? What they are saying? So I strongly believe that, and custom as well, because they are also at the border level. So I think that this institution, we need to do something with our security apparatus that are within our neighboring border areas. So all in all, I think that this IGP is doing well. Just that maybe his way of communication, and at least he should also talk to his public relations department. Sometimes he speaks with passionate, emotions. And so if you look at the content of the letter, they wrote it with emotions. This shouldn't have emotions. Just relax and express yourself. And as I said, in the first place, this letter going to embassy is private, confidential. So how come that it got to the police website? These are things that we have to ask.